Hello, Dearborn Heights residents. We're doing Meet the Director today, and we have with us our emergency manager, Gavin. Welcome to the show. And I know all the residents know who you are, but for the new residents, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Thank you, Mayor. I've been running city a long time. I was over at the police department for many years. And then after retirement, I come on as emergency management director. So I've been doing that about 3 years now. So it's a very interesting job here in our community. We have a lot of flooding issues. We've dealt with COVID, so there's always something to do. I work with the mayor, and we try to get as much done as we can for our residents.
I keep calling you chief because to me you're still a chief. Once a chief, always a chief. So what's the rules or the duties of an emergency manager?
So as emergency manager, I deal with any emergency that would come up to this involved with the city. So it wouldn't be really a police emergency or a fire emergency. We got our police and fire to handle that. But I deal with emergencies such as a COVID. I work with the mayor's office to get the flu shots available for our residents. I deal with the flooding. I work with FEMA and Small Business Administration when we have flood, like we experienced back in June, and the president declared us a disaster area. So we worked hand in hand with FEMA. Also working with the mayor, I've been handling a lot of the trash issues. We get a lot of calls where trash is missed, trash is blown down the street. So all those type of issues I deal with.
Thank you, Chief. And also, I know with, like say, with the trash company, GFL, we've had a lot of issues. Since the flooding, it's gotten a lot worse. So I just wanted to update the residents that we met with several companies, and our emergency manager, Gavin, was present in the meeting, and we went through the contract, and we talked about the future contract for the future company that we're going to be dealing with for our trash collection. So initially, we the last update we gave that we have till mid-October to start wrapping it up, to select a new company, but we're going to extend that another week. And the reason why is there was a lot of questions that were asked yesterday by the potential companies. So we're going to answer those questions. So we gave them another week, so they can respond to a good RFP. And we'll keep the residents involved. I know Mr. Gavin has been really involved with pretty much, as he mentioned, on a lot of things with anything city related, with especially flooding. But with COVID, I know you sent updates. I'd like if you can give an update to the residents about COVID. About the numbers and if they need a shot. Those sort of things.
Sure, Mayor. With COVID, we've all been through it. A lot of our residents had the COVID. I'm asking everyone again to continue to wear your mask, wash your hands. If you have not been vaccinated yet, make sure you get vaccinated. It's time for the booster. You should be working with your family physician and determine when it is the right time to get your booster. Right now, you probably can get it through your local pharmacy, CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, those. So work on getting that booster. Since flu season's coming up, the medical profession is, suggesting we all get our flu shot too. So I don't know on that if you can get the flu shot close to the same time as the booster, but check with your physician, and let's make sure everyone gets our flu shots. Try to get those in October, early November, and then with the COVID, try to get your booster shot. If you have not been vaccinated, please go out and get vaccinated. Most of us around City Hall, the mayor had his, I had mine. Maybe you get a side effect here and there right after the shot, but nothing. It's a lot better to have that shot and be able to go out in public and speak to people and not have to worry. We still got the variant, the COVID going around. We get a daily update from Wayne County in regards to our totals. Last week, we had some higher numbers in the 30s. We've been doing pretty good. We've been down to like 15 to 20 a day, but let's try to get out there and get your shots if you don't, your vaccination, and please continue to wear your mask, wash your hands, try to keep the social distancing. You know, the virus is still out there. It's going to be a while before we get rid of it. So let's just, you know, do the best you can to take care of yourself. We want all our residents to stay healthy and get your shots or your booster to keep everything going.
Thank you, Chief. So with FEMA, real quickly, what can we tell the residents? I know you've been heavily involved with FEMA and the SBA. I know they were here at the library and also at the Eaton, but so they left for the last like a week or so. So what kind of, I would like to update the residents on if they had flooding, you know, the June flooding, what they can do right at this point.
Yeah. So again, the president declared our area disaster area, but that was just for the flooding June 25th, 26th, 27th, right in there. You know, we had some torrential rain after those days. That is not included in this declaration. So for our folks, our residents that were flooded, you know, in the mid-June, if you have not made a claim yet with FEMA, they're still in the area. They have closed the Dearborn Heights location, which was over at the library. But FEMA and Small Business Administration is still over. The local or the closest to us would be over on Michigan Avenue at the Henry Ford Centennial Library. So if you have not made a claim yet, get over there. There's 3 ways to do it. You can do it online, you can make a phone call, or you can go in person. All that information is on the city's website. So I urge our residents, you got a couple weeks left. If you've not made a claim yet and you think you should, then go over there and meet with FEMA. They're very good, very personable. They'll walk you through it. You know, while we're talking about FEMA and flooding, you know, we got the rainy season coming upon us. I ask our residents to go in front of your house and clean around our catch basins. I know the street sweepers come by and clean up, but at this rate, our leaves are starting to fall at a pretty good rate between leaves and the twigs. And that's what's causing a lot of the street flooding in the city, is around our drains. No, that might not be the reason for the basement flooding, but at least the street flooding. And then that water will roll up towards your house, wreck your lawn. So get out there. It's a nice day. We've had some nice weather and got some nice weather forecast in the future. So get out and clean your drains, the debris, everything around catch basin. If your neighbors have one in front of their house and they're not cleaning theirs, it'll take you a few minutes in nice weather. Go out, clean it up, so that when we do get those heavy rains, it'll flow freely and at least try to prevent our streets from flooding.
Thank you, Mr. Gavin. And you know, before we forget, just wanted to make sure that our residents, our seniors, and you know, they're allowed they walk, just go for walks, and also we have a lot of kids in the street, you know, from school. So just be careful and just drive safely. And we have a lot of excessive speeders out there, reckless driving, and you know, our police are out full patrol to make sure that they enforce the speeding and also the reckless driving. So, you know, please be courteous to our residents and just slow down. Thank you very much, and hopefully we'll see you at the next show.